Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
The last 3 or 4 times we've had rain, it's like God's fury is being unleashed because it came with a vengeance again with the wind.
Large trees uprooted, boats damaged, and a roof torn off. All happening early this morning when the thunderstorms rolled through the valley. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Much of the valley was cleaning up today after a tornado touched down.
It happened in Menahga, Minnesota, along with the Duck Lake area, which are east of Detroit Lakes, where they saw wind gusts of 70 miles per hour and higher. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop traveled to Lakes Country to see the damage that Mother Nature left behind.
Yeah, it's a mess. And you can feel the wind was powerful enough to make noises. When all the power goes off, it gets really quiet.
The people of Menahga, Minnesota woke up to power outages and trees down. Ed Polge's home was not hit by any trees, but numerous trees were knocked down, leaving him plenty of firewood.
Probably have enough for 10 years. There.
On the main intersection in Menahga, a roof was blown off, the town's oldest building.
Roof was laying in the middle of the road, and half of it was wrapped around that pole, and the rest of it, is, as you see, is right here.
It made the commute to work tough for Eder.
I thought, oh hell, where the heck did that come from, you know?
Thankfully, there is no damage as far as human life is concerned. Nobody got hurt. There's a lot of people who got shaken up, but nobody got hurt, so that's the best thing.
Just northeast of Menahga, near Duck Lake, the sounds of chainsaws and generators are all around. They still don't have power. They expect that to return late tonight or even tomorrow.
We're not really sure what kind of winds came through here.
Elwood's pontoon and lift was ripped from his dock and flipped onto its side.
It's not this bad. I've seen them kind of twisted, but not flipped upside down like this.
The pontoons, benches, and canopies were ripped from the boat and thrown along the shore, along with hundreds of trees down.
Pretty amazing that we were as lucky as we were with all the trees that had fallen. And
one power line was knocked down into the middle of a tree. So the wire is just in the tree.
It's not supposed to be there.
Just chaotic for a time being, but you find out it's part of life.
In Wadena County, Minnesota, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
The National Weather Service was out in Menahga, Duck Lake area this afternoon assessing the damage. We'll know more from their findings tomorrow.
It was a wild night around Devil's Lake. Half a dozen tornadoes were reported around the area. One of the hardest hit areas was near Bisbee, 45 miles northwest of Devil's Lake, where high winds damaged several farms. A tornado 3 miles north of town damaged at least a dozen different farmsteads. Several barns, grain bins, and outbuildings were destroyed.
Oh, we were in Bisbee. We got a house in town, and we were there, and we didn't see it. And then as soon as that was over in town, we drove out, and everything's gone.
So that building that's in a mess over there in the weeds, that was over the machinery sitting there?
Yeah, it was over the machinery, but not anymore.
And radar estimates show as much as 5 inches of rain fell around Bisbee, enough to cause some temporary flooding over this road as they continue to add up the damage.
The power of Mother Nature. Well, the cooler temps were welcome today, even if they were accompanied with windy conditions. Let's throw it over to Hutch to find out what we can expect tonight. Hutch?
Well, the primary threat weather-wise tonight will come to your hat in the form of gusty winds. We have those winds gusting over 30 miles per hour at times. They're still sustained at 21 in Fargo, gusting to 29, and Devil's Lake also pretty gusty with near 30-mile-per-hour gusts. This is expected to continue into the evening hours with a chance of a spotty sprinkle across northwest Minnesota. Temperatures into the 60s by the time we hit bedtime tonight. The wind subsides a bit as we get towards sunset. And if you're in an area where there's sprinkles, those chances will reduce as we get beyond sunset as well. Hey, WeFesters, it looks like a much quieter, although breezy evening for concert goers. Temperatures will be in the cooler 60s in Lakes Country for much of the evening.
They'll only have to worry about the music tonight.
Yeah, the weather will not make much noise.
All right, thanks. Well, last night's storm knocked out the phone system over at Minnesota State University Moorhead. University spokesperson Dave Wahlberg says they expect to have the system working again sometime tomorrow afternoon. He says in the meantime, the web and internet are working. If you need to contact someone at the school, you need to do so through email.
A Morton home was struck by lightning this morning, causing a fire and extensive damage. The home is located on Enterprise Drive at the end of the block. The front of the house may appear to have no damage, but go around to its back and you see most of the roof is gone. The Morton Fire Chief says the house is a total loss.
There's water damage throughout the whole house. The whole upstairs is burnt. It started coming into the main floor through the ceilings and stuff, and we were able to get it knocked down. So the main floor is intact, but everything above it is charred.
Coming up on Valley News Live, 10 at 10, hear from one of the homeowner's children who was staying there at the time and the neighbor who watched the flames.
Fargo police are still searching for the driver of a car that rammed into Hawthorne Elementary on the city's south side. That driver took off on foot. It happened around 9:30 last night. A spokesperson for Fargo Schools tells Valley News Live there's damage both inside and outside the building. They don't know if there's any structural problems or how much it's going to cost to fix. A damage estimate is expected Monday. The school was hit in its southeast corner. That's in the area that houses the music room. There is a bit of an urgency to get the school repaired since classes in Fargo are set to resume 3 weeks from today.
Violent, gruesome acts streaming across the internet for the world to see, thanks to Facebook Live. Here in our region, we saw the aftermath of the Philando Castile shooting live as it happened. But others are taking to the social media platform too. Just days ago, a girl in St. Paul live streamed her suicide attempt. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric asks, is it time for Facebook Live to shut down streaming?
It was the next big thing, bringing the live streaming capability to the over 1 billion Facebook users. But it's hard to say if developers ever thought it would lead to scenes like this.
I think there's no restriction on it, and I don't think there's any way to restrict it. You know, and so, like I said, it motivates people to go live stream anything because they want to be seen. You know what I mean? They want to be popular online. They want to get all the likes and all the comments, and I don't know, I think it's just motivation.
I feel like it not only creates copycats, but it also creates hate. It breeds hate, in my personal opinion. I enjoy Facebook, but I feel like some things need to stay not live.
Facebook has said they have staff monitor popular live streams for content violations and will shut it down if necessary. So then why are we still seeing deeply troubling events as they happen?
I think that conversations with children about how do we solve problems, you know, what are acceptable and unacceptable ways is always a good thing.
John Lyon, a counselor for the Village Family Service Center, says despite violent and disturbing images shared on social media, the world is a much safer place.
And it's very easy with, you know, news or social media now to hear about awful things that 100 years ago we never would have heard of.
As far as why a young girl would take to social media attempting suicide, Lyon says it could be a plea for help.
Some people want to be famous, and so the internet has sort of lowered the bar for famous. And this is one way where someone feeling suicidal, feeling hurt might say, hey, how can I make hay with this? How can I get people to pay attention?
Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Facebook does offer a number of resources should you come across a concerning post or video as it relates to suicide. We have attached a link on our website. Just visit valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
Tens of thousands of people are out enjoying the 34th year of WeFest. Artists this year include Eric Churchill, Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, Kid Rock, and Tim McGraw. WeFest officials say that they continuously work on making the whole experience better. Next year, they're going to add a new partner. Harley Davidson will be giving away a brand new motorcycle at the 35th celebration. Also, we want to invite you to tune in to Valley News Live 10 at 10 tonight. We're going to talk with one woman who has been to WeFest for all 34 years.
Millions of eyes will be focused on Rio tomorrow night for the opening ceremonies of the Olympics. But some young people are getting a jump on the games today. More than 600 children are getting some exercise and enjoying an Olympic-themed event through the YMCA's School Age program. The games, some of which you probably will not be seeing during the real Olympics games, are nonetheless very competitive. We're talking about ultimate kickball, something called Gaga ball, and the limbo. But for the more traditional Olympic activities, there are relays, archery, and a 100-meter dash. And our Olympic coverage begins tonight on KVLY at 6:30. And for those of you looking for Wheel of Fortune, you will find that on KX4 or 11.2. That will be the schedule for our local look at the games for the next 2 weeks.
That's Olympic-like information that people need to know.
Sure is.
Yes, emotions ran high today within the Fargo Police Department as they say goodbye to a local member of their team. That story later on Valley News Live at 6.
And we started the day out with some beautiful blue skies, but some cold air worked its way in, kicking off a few cumulus clouds. We have clouds, we have wind. How about the weekend ahead? Your hour-by-hour forecast shows the details.